Alright guys, so this is like the third time I'm doing this video because, you know, I did the first video, I messed up, and I did the second video, which is spot on. It was perfect, and of course my aux cord was connected, so it didn't record anything. So what I want to talk about in this video is, you know, have faith in being healed. In Luke chapter 8 verse 44, a girl touched Jesus's cloak, and the girl was healed from her bleeding that was killing her. You know, Jesus was in the crowd with his disciples at this point, and he was being bumped around probably by a bunch of people, and the disciples told him, well, someone probably bumped into you, and Jesus said, no, I felt the power come out of me. He felt someone get healed from his power and have faith and get healed. And he said, who was it? And he was looking around, and he kept on looking around, and a little girl came up and admitted to Jesus that she touched his cloak, and she was healed. And she thought she was in trouble for touching him. And of course Jesus said, don't be afraid, your faith has healed you. And in Luke chapter 8 verse 50 it says, don't be afraid, just believe and you will be healed. You know, many of us get afraid of the challenges that we face, the mental challenges, the spiritual challenges, and all this stuff. You know, whether it be physical illness or mental illness, we get discouraged, and we think that, you know, we have to refer to these medications and stuff to heal us, which in certain points I guess it's fine, but you know, we should persevere and look for God's power and God's grace to save us, his mercy, because his mercy provides for all of us. And you know, going on to that mercy point, he healed people whether they believed or not. He healed them because he had mercy for them at that point. You know, I was healed because I just believed with all my heart that he could heal me of what I was going through. So I want to refer back to Luke chapter 9 verse 39. You know, there was a demon-possessed boy, and the disciples couldn't cast out this demon, and they asked Jesus to cast it out for them because they couldn't do it. And Jesus said in chapter 9 verse 39, he said, you unbelieving and perverse generation, how long will I have to stay with you? Jesus was upset because they didn't have much faith. His disciples didn't have much faith to cast out this demon. This demon was too strong for them to cast out. And so he went up to this boy and cast out the demon, and that was the end of the story. But you know, we have to have faith that we will be healed by God. We have to have faith that Jesus can have the power, and God has the power to turn the tables of this. You know, people like to have scientific knowledge and stuff. They have no spiritual knowledge at all. And this is the problem with many Christians today. They have the appearance of godliness, but they deny its power. That's a Bible verse, of course. But they deny the power of God's healing, the power of God's grace, and what he can do and what he can't do. You know, God can do anything. He can make anything possible. In Philippians it talks about nothing is impossible with God. And we just have to have faith and believe, guys, and we will be healed. Keep persevering, keep going through the trials, keep going. And we have to grow spiritually. We can't grow, you know, people talk about muscular endurance and a bunch of being fit and cardiovascularly fit and stuff like that. We have to be spiritually fit. We have to keep up with spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, and increase our spiritual endurance by reading and praying every day, and staying in the Word of God, and staying in the Spirit, and ignoring desires of the flesh. It's important that we do that. But that's all I want to talk about. Thanks.